WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace.
Eagle Eye Football here. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 5. What do you say, apart from we threw away a good game? First, 25 minutes? We were amazing. There were some times in that game where we were definitely not that good in the first 25 minutes, especially defending. I don't think anyone defended particularly well in this game. But I do think the thing that was the catalyst to us falling apart, I think it was two things. I think the first one was how we play, and City just played into that perfectly. Because of how aggressive our centre-backs are, all they did was someone ran short and another one of their players ran into the gap that our centre-back vacated. I said exactly this on Tactical, and guess what? They did that pretty much for every single goal they scored. They just cut through us like butter. I'm not going to deny the fact that we weren't good going forwards in the first 25 minutes. You know, we scored a great goal with Munoz getting the ball across and Eze tapping it in. Great goal from Richards from the corner. And that last goal from Eze, the one to make it 3-0. Great strike, great finish from Eze. Just unlucky that he was about half a body offside. They're trialling the automatic offside. Wouldn't surprise me if that was normal VAR. It probably would have been given, I think. But, you know, you never know. But at least you can say with that it's the right decision because it's all done through AI. But we fell apart. Obviously, I said about the fact that how we play our centre-backs, they just played into that completely. I think De Bruyne probably had the best game of his Manchester City career in this game as well. He was absolutely outstanding. And also, the main catalyst for it was Daichi Kamada, in my opinion. He did a really silly challenge. I do understand that could have been a challenge made by anyone. But that challenge just set the whole game off. You have to maybe look at Henderson and say, well, you know, he went the side you went, but your first step was the wrong way and he went the way you were. There's just a lot going into it, but I don't want to chat for too long because Chairman's here as well. But overall, we weren't good enough today. We were really good to deserve those 2 goals, but we weren't good enough to retain those 2 goals. They were the better team. They wanted it more. And to be fair, at the end of the day, I think our defending was awful today. And there goes our good defensive away record. So hopefully, you know, this is a good thing. We got battered today, and hopefully it means that we won't do it in the FA Cup. Chairman?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I wouldn't say. I think the first 25 minutes. I think it was a very open game in respect of both defences were appalling. I think ours was pretty much appalling for the whole 90 minutes, but theirs wasn't great either. And the difference was that we got forward and we had 3 chances in the first half, put 2 away, then had the Eze one ruled out. It was offside, but it was very tight. And then Sarr maybe could have done better. And I think what happened was they had 2 or 3 good chances as well. Hit the post. I think Rak-Sakyi had a really simple header he missed. So we put our chance away, but they didn't put the chance away. But then, I mean, yeah, we're not going to blame people in particular, but Kamada's challenge was so stupid because the guy wasn't going anywhere near the goal. It was, you know, it was going nowhere. He just shepherded him out, hacked him down in prime De Bruyne territory, and of course that made it 2-1. And in the next literally 5 minutes, they could have scored 3 goals. They actually scored 2. And the second half was just literally one-way traffic. I think that had something to do with the substitution, which I thought was strange. I thought taking Mateta off, okay, fair enough, playing Sarr up front, okay, fair enough. But not to bring Francois on and keep the same formation because we were getting in behind them quite regularly. And literally, as soon as we made the changes, we lost all our attacking threat, so we did nothing second half.
The tactical change was wrong.
Yeah, it was completely wrong.
You could see that because obviously we conceded in the first 2 minutes of the second half. And also we literally made nothing going forwards. Yes, Man City were all over us, but whenever we got the ball, the passing wasn't there. There weren't players out wide to get the ball out to make something happen because everyone was so compact and so narrow. Really, Francis should have come on way earlier, because when he actually did come on, he was the only one looking to go forwards. Yeah.
I mean, the ideal scenario would have been that, Sarr goes up front, Francis comes on the right, and then for me, Hughes would have gone in for Kamada in midfield, and I think we'd have been, I'm not saying we still would have lost. I think we would have done. I'm positive we wouldn't have lost 5-2, because the fact that we didn't attack in the second half meant that Man City were just coming down at will. They had nothing to worry about, and when we won the ball, we just gave it away so easily. I didn't see the substitutions at all. I'm flabbergasted, to be honest with you. And I know I'm going to get penalties for this, but I'm flabbergasted that Kamada played 90 minutes. I just don't know what he brings to the midfield. He had a decent game against Brighton, because Brighton don't pressure in midfield. But when Man City, they won't give you the space. I mean, he can't tackle. He just sort of runs around aimlessly, and when he does tackle, he dives in, gets a booking, or gives a free kick away continuously. So he shouldn't have started. I think if Hughes was fit, I think Hughes would have started. I think it'd have been a much more solid midfield. And really and truly, half time, I think he got away with it, and he should have just brought Hughes on there, or even Devaney. I think he'd have done more than Kamada, because really, it just doesn't do anything really for me anyway. But Man City thoroughly deserved to win. De Bruyne was, as you said, as JC said, was absolutely outstanding. And he did say before the game he had 5 goals and 9 assists against us, and I think now he's got 6 and 10. So, but he was unplayable. But he had nothing in midfield. It was just Wolsey through midfield, because he just had Walter who was trying to do everything, and Kamada was doing nothing. So it was a very easy game for him. So it's a shame really. It's just a lot of factors sort of came together that made it bad for us. Especially what makes it worse when you're 2-0 up, and they were really struggling at the back, really struggling, and we didn't really press home. Yes, the 3-0 would have made it. Would it have made a different story? I don't know. The way we played second half, we could have conceded 6. It was so bad.
There were 2, I guess, penalty shouts. The first one was Richards on Marmoush. Yeah. I think that every centre-back does that to every striker.
Of course it does.
So I wouldn't really think too much into that, even though McCoist he was gassed, and he was certain it would have been a penalty. But later on into the game, yes, it was when we were 5-2 down. But there was a time where Rico Lewis handled the ball with both hands.
I know, yeah.
And it wasn't given as a penalty. It doesn't matter, but it's just a little bit annoying. But
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I think really I want to echo what Chairman said at the end, where he said that, I didn't think we were going to win this game. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't think we were going to win it. But it's the fact that we were 2-0 up, and then we threw it away like how we did, which just makes me disappointed, really. So, not surprised, disappointed, but hopefully we can learn from this. I don't think Lerma had a bad game, but I do think that our defence is a bit of a vulnerability without Mark.
Absolutely.
So, Chairman, I think I said this to you. Who is your man of the match?
Easy today, isn't it? Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne.
You would give no one in a Palace shirt at all.
No.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Guys, thanks for watching Up the Palace.
Eagles.